before I start opening packs, I just want to show off what I have thus far for the end of the year. Hoarding all these packs, I'm just going to open them all up, make either one big video or several short videos. I don't know yet. We got some good things there, 2018 tops, even an update. Got some old crappy packs, all kinds, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I keep finding lots on eBay. Also have these over here, which are basically ones that I'm opening. If I get a lot of like 6 or 8, I usually put half in here to open, and then or open them on my own, and then half here. So I got a lot of packs sitting around, and there's going to be more. Charlie's with us today. She's trying to get out and probably rip open my card packs, but I'm not going to allow it. I picked 6 packs out from the box over there that I just showed you, and I'm going to open those. Some random packs. I'm still waiting for the Panini Donruss, but from everything I see, unless you order a hobby box, I don't think it's out on retail. I'm a little short on cash right now, so I can't order a hobby box, but I'll try to get some of it. I did open a couple packs that I bought at the mall in Fargo at the card shop, but I didn't get anything too special, otherwise I maybe would have shown them in my video from yesterday. Here are the packs that I have. 87 Donruss. This is score from, it's like a fat pack. It's 27. I'm not exactly what sure. 94, it says it right there. Panini Donruss Series 2 from maybe 14. We'll see in a minute. Alan Ginter, 2010. This Hall of Famers, I opened one of those. And then Fleer Excel, this is minor league cards. I got those yesterday. 14 cards, 94, 95. So there's actually going to be a lot of players that I grew up watching. I haven't paid as much attention to spring training today. Usually during my prep hour, after lunch, I listen to some of the Yankees, and then usually at the end of school when I'm doing some grading, Aaron Boone usually is on, and I listen to his kind of recap when they interview him. The Yes Network interviews him. But I seen Kopech threw 100 today in his debut, hit 100, and I've been watching a lot of basketball because it's conference tournament week. We're getting to the NCAA tournament. Here is Alan Bennis. Obviously had a brother, Andy Bennis, as well. These cards stick together like crazy, which is kind of expected here. Let's see how many of these guys made it. Joe Roselli, don't know. Dave Doster. Here's a guy that some of my friends might really like growing up. Brad Radke. Twins great. Chris Holt. He never made it. Jarrett Wright made it, and he pitched for that Indians team that made it to the World Series and lost to the Marlins, and he pitched for the Yankees later. He signed a big contract with the Yankees early 2000s and wasn't any good. Tommy Davis, Tony Mitchell, James Baldwin, I do remember. I think I got a card stuck here. Oh, here's a nice one. Richard Hidalgo. He ended up having a nice career. Played for the Astros for a long time. James Baldwin, I remember him with the White Sox. He was one of their better pitchers in the late 90s, early 2000s. We got Gerald Lowry, don't think he quite made it. Same with Tom Grieve here. And Jason Isringhausen had a pretty good career as a closer for the Mets. Athletics Cardinals is kind of what I remember him probably best with. And then Scott Spezio. So we actually got quite a few players that I remember decently well. Radke, Jarrett Wright, Hidalgo, Spezio, Isringhausen, and Baldwin. Now we're going to move on to Donruss 87. There's actually some good cards in here. I'm not sure if the Bonds 87 is a rookie or not. I know there's a Larkin rookie in here amongst others, and there's probably other ones. Here's a Hall of Famer, Paul Molitor, 3000 Hit Club guy. And Tom Brunansky, I think he's on some commercials on Fox Sports North. I've seen him. He was a big home run hitter. Here's a good one. You know, Bo Jackson, obviously, mythical career. I definitely know I don't have this card. And so I'm pretty excited that I got this Donruss 87 Bo Jackson. I'm guessing the value's not really as much as maybe you would think, but it's just a cool card to have. Wally Joyner, Still don't understand why me and my sister Val thought he was so funny. But there he is a Diamond King. He came up with the Angels and just had a ridiculous first year. He had a good career, but probably never as good as people thought after that first year. Here's Hall of Famers, Pinstripe edition. So I opened a couple of these, I think, maybe last week when I got the shipment of these. And these are actually kind of neat cards. It'd be great to get a relic or something in here. Doesn't feel like one here. Here's Reggie Jackson with the old yellow and green A's in the 70s, man. They were crazy with their unis. The Hall of Records. So it has all-time leaders in appearances. And it's Hoyt Wilhelm. He was third behind Jesse Orosco and Dennis Eckersley. Dennis Eckersley is a Hall of Famer. Jesse Orosco is not. And I actually saw him at the very end of his career when the Yankees had him when they were down in Kansas City. Lou Gehrig and Bob Feller. Bob Feller pitched in the majors when he was really young, 18. Went off and fought in World War II. And Harmon Killebrew, who I remember passed away several years ago. What is his career home runs? Is it 573? Yeah, it's 573. A lot of those numbers stick out to me. By the way, the puzzle that year was Roberto Clemente for 87. Here's Alan Ginter, 2010. See here, I graduated high school. Alan Ginter, always interesting. You get some weird cards in there. So, here's Miguel Tejada. I believe he was an MVP in maybe 02. I thought Jeter should have got it that year. I think it was 02. Miguel Cabrera, see if he can have a better year. Carl Crawford, one of the all-time fast guys growing up. Barry Zito, good with the A's for a long time, but his career didn't last too long. And here is a Monsters of the Mesozoic. So we've got dinosaur cards. That's one of the reasons people don't like Allen and Ginter. And then this says, this day in history. It's got the Switchback Railway, America's first roller coaster, opens in Coney Island. And that was the same day that Jonathan Broxton was born. So, man, Allen and Ginter, they look cool, but it's kind of a niche release because you get so many weird things in there. This is 94 score. Couldn't exactly remember what these cards look like, but now that I've seen it, I remember seeing these cards. Lenny Dykstra here. He's ran into some problems. Ken Herbeck. See him on commercials a lot. He's made a good career. Obviously, you got Cal Ripken and Gary Sheffield. Two pretty good players. Sheffield's not in Hall of Fame. He might get there. Will Clark, who had a good career. Paul O'Neill, one of my all-time favorite Yankees. And now, he's one of my all-time favorite announcers because I watched the Yankees on Yes Network. And, yeah, this was his second year. His first year was with the Yankees was 93. Tom Glavine. Here's some Gold Rush. Score Gold Rush. And it's Carlos Baerga, who I remember a little bit. And Orlando Merced. These cards are sticking together, but not too bad. Dave Clark. Don't ever remember seeing that name. I don't remember seeing Jim Tatum either. Or, come on, Zane Smith. I never watched play, but watching old baseball, watching old Cubs games and stuff, I've seen him. This is a Mariners checklist, and it's got the old Kingdome there, which I think would probably be, I'm guessing wasn't a great place to watch a baseball game, just like the Metrodome kind of sucked too. The seats were all goofy because it was meant for football, so you had to sit kind of in a slant to watch a baseball game. And Target Field is much better to watch a game in. I'm trying to get through these cards fast because I still got another pack, but everything's sticking together. If I get anybody notable or that I really remember, I will make note of them, but I don't quite remember old Jeff Tackett, Bill Pacoda, David West. Some of these guys are just names. Come on. Bud Black. He was a pitching coach for a long time. Terry Mulholland. My friend Kyler was obsessed with him. And I think he played with the Yankees for 1 year, but I don't remember it. I just think I know that from looking at old cards. Here's what I'm most excited. Every once in a while you can find an old 4 or 5 year old pack of Donruss at a Walmart clearance rack. Man, it's been pretty bare where I've been, especially this past week, and I didn't really get much of anything. I do like the new Donruss though that I did open. I kind of like it honestly more than Topps, but don't tell anybody that. It's like Topps is, you know, the bee's knees. So I got my fake. Thought I had a relic for a minute. Here's Brian McCann when he was with the Yankees. Never enjoyed him. Jose Fernandez, who obviously is no longer with us. Salvador Perez. That's going to go to Tyler Edler, putting together a pack for him. Matt Latos. Only Matt I've ever seen spelled his name M-A-T. I loved pitching with that guy in MLB The Show, though, because his stuff just was... I always want a guy who throws a slider and a two-seam so I can work both ways, and he did that. Ben Zobrist was a guy, speaking of the show, that we seem to draft a lot. Lance Lynn, Brandon Belt, Cole Hamels, Yolani Gallardo. And we got Doug Fister. Now we got some fun cards. The Studio, Giancarlo Stanton. Donruss Elite 2014, Mad Bum. And he is looking real young there. Obviously, he's got a new team. Jose Ramirez, rated rookie. And he's had a pretty good career. I think he slumped a little bit last year, but he's been good for the Indians. Avicio Garcia, Koji Uhura. Here's Buster Posey, another guy that is good, but I think time is catching up to him. McCutcheon as well. Christian Yelich. At what point? This is only a second-year card, so that's nice. Noro. Yeah, I don't remember. That's Nori Aoki is what I always, but they have his full name. Anthony Rendon, he's rich now. This was his second-year card as well. Yu Darvish, and I didn't say it, but these are 2014. You can see the kind of old 86, and that's what that's what you see on this year's too on a lot of them. Alex Rios, Alex Cobb, Yonder Alonso, and now we got Chad Bettis, a rookies card, Justin Upton, and oh boy, a numbered card. Chris Tillman, 361 career strikeouts. It's got the refractor, and it is numbered to 361. So I got a lot of good players, not any great rookies in there. Trying to think about, you know, obviously the best card is going to be the Bo Jackson rookie. I'll definitely sleeve that one up. Maybe even put it in the one touch since I've got plenty of them. Fun opening old packs. Might do the same tomorrow. Hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. And keep tuning in. Got plenty of packs to open. Hopefully get some new stuff soon. And make sure you, like I said, you hit that like button. Leave a comment. Always like to see comments. And have a good rest of the evening.